having an edge is all about leaving the road where everybody is traveling and take a road which is less traveled so that you can have an edge. It's a courageous decision. That is what I say, that it's simple. Certainly it's simple because in your road there is not much traffic available, but it's difficult because we always want to be in the safer zone. And take it from me, those 95 people will not allow you to travel in this road so easily, because they will ridicule you, they will make fun of you, because nobody wants others to travel differently. Okay, so there is a reason I am making a statement. It's simple, but it's difficult, right? But we are going to discuss today how to make it happen, because having a hedge is going to be everything for tomorrow, right? The important question to answer even before we begin this presentation is, are you ready to travel in the road less traveled, where you are going to have an edge? Because if you are not ready, take it from me, this presentation will be of no use to you. Okay, but if you are ready, this presentation will make all the difference to you. I can promise you that. At the end of the presentation, you will feel that I think it was worth listening to this particular talk. So please give your attention in case if you are ready to travel in the road less traveled, so that you can have an edge towards making a difference to yourself, right? So thanks for listening to me, and now let me go to the presentation directly. How to have an edge over others? I have divided this presentation into 4 parts. Okay, let us see that. One is, I have mentioned that how to have an edge over others in life in general, how to have an edge over others in work, and how to begin and where to begin, and finally an imaginary interview with a man who always has an edge over others. We will discuss each one separately when we come there, right? Now first let's come to a topic called how to have an edge over others in life. Okay, let me start with something. So factor 1 I would like to call as the burning desire. We all know desire. Desire is, okay, I want to become this. Burning desire is, I think you cannot think of anything else. All your mind, heart, soul, body, everything is consumed for the desire. Okay, if you are a film producer or a film actor, you make a good movie and expect that the movie should run. It's a desire. Everybody has a desire. But what happens is, when you make a movie and you want to make it to become the biggest blockbuster in the history of the Indian cinema, then is a burning desire. The classic example which we recently witnessed was how Chennai Express was marketed. That is an example of burning desire. Okay, somewhere there is a man, the actor called Shah Rukh Khan, who want to somehow show the world that no, this movie can even surpass the earlier best of Three Idiots. What he did is such a burning desire, and he went all out to market the movie. And heart in heart, he knows very well that the content of Chennai Express is not equivalent to Three Idiots. But he knows that what he knows best, he want to actually make it marketing is his strength, and he did it to the perfection. What he did, he went to every day, he went to 2 cities and marketed his movie. He performed to his fans. He attended press conference everywhere. He gave TV interviews. He went to a comedy show and did comedy. He went to a singing competition and sang. He went to a dance competition and danced. He went to a mega serial and acted for a serial. He went to the news channel and gave interviews. And he invested 1.5 days time in Chennai and shooted a song in tribute to Rajinikanth and made the friends of South India happy. And he traveled to Dubai and other countries and actually marketed. All happened in the span of 30 days. And he did everything right. This is called burning desire. And what has contributed to Chennai Express success was primarily this burning desire of Shah Rukh Khan, who wanted to somehow make this as the biggest blockbuster in the history of Indian cinema so far. And he succeeded in it, because the burning desire is a power. What burning desire does is, when you have a burning desire, the goal comes closer to you. You are not alone traveling towards the goal. In fact, the goal is traveling towards you. Burning desire is a magic. I think we have witnessed recently through Shah Rukh Khan, and there are many more examples to state that whenever we have burning desire, I think we will be able to get the success faster than we expect, because burning desire brings the success faster to us. So this is a major factor for to have an edge. If you want to grow in your career, if you want to make it big in life, I think you must have a burning desire. If you want to purchase a home, if you want to purchase a bungalow, I think you must have a burning desire towards it. So when you have a burning desire, then what happens is that bungalow, that apartment, that promotion, that life, okay, that spouse, that children, whole will come in search of you, because burning desire has such a magic. Okay, so first factor is the burning desire. This is what they to have an edge in life. Let us go to the second chapter. Second factor, the environment. What I mean by environment, whatever set in 10, we are all products of our environment. We are surrounded by our mentors, our bosses, our colleagues, our peers, our subordinates, our customers, our family, our spouse, parents, children. We are surrounded by our own surroundings, our friends, our relatives. What happens is, without our knowledge, we became like our environment. Suppose, for example, our environment is, everybody is striving for excellence. Without our knowledge, we also will strive for excellence. That is the reason, if you see it, a person coming from a business community tends to go to a business only. He will find some other business because his environment is pushing him. His entrepreneurial skills are developed during this growing up process. Some family, they are all family of lecturers, professors, and this person also becomes an educator and grows and becomes an educator because the environment pushes him. So environment makes a difference. If you have a boss who is going to have produce excellence day after day, take it from me, you also will start producing excellence. If you have a boss who is mediocre, who only practicing mediocrity, take it from me, sooner or later you will also start producing mediocrity. We are products of environment. Okay, that is the reason I said in the beginning, 95 people are traveling in one road and 5 people are traveling in the different road. If you choose to travel the 95 people of traveling, you can never become the 5 people because you get influenced by the 95 people. So you need to choose the environment properly. So you need at least 1 or 2 relationships in your life who can actually drive you for excellence. That person could be your mentor, could be your spouse, I don't know who it is, could be your father, could be your role model, I don't know who it is, but you need at least 2-3 people in your life who can actually push you up. If you don't have those 2-3 people, take it from me, at some point of time you will get stuck because we are the products of environment. I remember the story now as I was sharing this. See, there once what happened, no, the chickens, prairie chickens, was in all the eggs of chickens were there. Suddenly what happens, one eagle was flying, it is by mistake, it has put the eagle's egg in the chicken's egg. So this eagle grew up along with these chickens. So whenever this eagle which was along with the chickens, saw the eagle flying, other eagles flying, it was feeling that no, even I too should fly. But this chicken said that, that is eagle, but we are all chickens, we cannot fly. So this eagle, living along with the chickens, believed that it is a chicken and died as a chicken. It never discovered the ways of an eagle. So we are product of our environment. If we associate ourselves with achievers, we will become an achiever. If we associate ourselves with a complainer, we will also become a complainer. If we associate ourselves with a gossiper, we will also become a gossiper. If we associate ourselves with excellence seekers, we will also become an excellence seeker. We are a product of environment. In case by any chance, consider you say that no, I don't have a good environment. Even you don't need people. Even if you can have a good book, 1 or 2 books of good people, even that can become your environment. Because I have experientially seen that whenever I read the book of The Experiments of Truth of Mahatma Gandhi, I think you all feel that you are living with Mahatma Gandhi continuously. Okay, you don't need actually to live with them. So you have purchased a book of Abdul Kalam or Mahatma Gandhi or who it is, whoever you like, whoever you are admiring, and read every day 2-3 pages, and that becomes your environment. And they will guide you, and that environment will push you to the next level. So environment makes a major difference in a person growing into the heaven edge. Now let us go to the factor 3. Process. Yes, fine. There is a burning desire is fine. Fantastic. The environment is very important, but also without a process, what it can do. Process is a basic for it. Process will set you into action. Process is all about action. You need an action. You need efforts. Okay. Desire is fantastic. Environment is amazing, but you need efforts. You need process. I remember, no, there was when during when Dr. Nixon was the president of America, he had a habit of seeing visitors between 5 and 6 p.m. in the evening. So one day when he was seeing his visitors, there was a 8-year-old boy, and he asked the 8-year-old boy, what do you want to become in life? And this boy, with a lot of courage, with a lot of faith, he said that one day I want to sit in your chair. And Dr. Nixon appreciated him. Okay, that is fantastic. But what happened after that was very important. Because many people desire to become the president of America, but many people doesn't have a process. They have a desire, they have an environment which helps them, motivate them, but they actually don't have a process. But this boy, what he did was, he studied at the age of 9 and 10, he studied all the American presidents. He understood certain things. He understood that American presidents by and large are good communicators. So he started developing his communication skills. He understood most of the American presidents are good leaders. So he started developing his leadership skills. Then he started understanding most of the American presidents have an opinion about every issue across the globe, because American president is one president. He is not going to only look after America, because he must have an opinion about India, he must have an opinion about Sri Lanka, he must have an opinion about Syria, he must have an opinion about Pakistan. So what he did was he understood all these issues at a very young age, and he developed himself into a knowledgeable person. And later on, once he developed his communication, leadership and knowledge, later on this young boy did become the president of America, and he was none other than Bill Clinton. So process, yes, he had a desire, he had a burning desire, he had a great environment, but without a process, certainly he would not have become the president of America. So that is the third aspect to it, process. Process is very critical, because you may want to become the CEO of your organization, but whether you have a process. You want to become a manager of your team, whether you have a process. You can say that, no, I want to become number one in my organization. What is the process you are following? If you don't have a process, everything is fine, you will be motivated, you will be happy, you always live in a dream world that I want to become one day big, but nothing will happen in action because you don't have a process. Process is very critical to make your dream into your reality. So if you want to have an edge at some point of time, process excellence is going to make a lot of difference to you. So process is everything at some point of time. So process is very, in my opinion, I always say that no, process is like a vehicle. Okay, without a vehicle, even if you have a fuel, even if you have a map and direction, you can't go anywhere. Vehicle is a basic thing. So you need a process to take your goal, dream into reality. So if you want to have an edge, you need a process excellence. So even if you don't have any right process till now, sit right now and prepare the winning process and make it a reality, right? This is the factor number 3. Now let us go to the factor number 4. Strengthen your strengths. See, every human being has strengths as well as weaknesses. There is no human being in this world who says I have exclusive strengths or exclusive weaknesses. Okay, but only thing is, when people always say that, now that you need to, this is your weakness, you are weak in communication, please improve your communication. People say you are weak in analytical ability, please improve your analytical ability. People always, if you see people, even appraisals, people always write what you are weak in. But take it from, but I have a different point of view here, because even if you improve your weakness, what happens? You become average. You can never become excellent in it. Consider somebody is a good actor, he wants to become a singer. What happens? How much ever he works, he can never become the greatest singer. Somebody, a singer is there, he wants to become a musician, he is so inspired with how the adulation here Rahman gets. So you want to become a musician, he can never become a greatest musician, he can become an average musician, because he is born to be a singer. So we all have strengths, we all have some unique core strengths. So it is very important, instead of working on our weaknesses, yes, we have to manage our weakness, it is very, very important, but we need to strengthen our strengths. The person who strengthens his strengths will walk miles apart, and he will be much more successful compared to the person who keep on improving his weaknesses. Let me take few examples here, okay. Let me take few examples of entertainers, okay. I would like to call entertainers or both sports people as well as actors. Let us take the example of Rajinikanth, okay. When he came to the field, he has a competitor in the form of Kamal Haasan. But Rajinikanth never got inspired or never got motivated to copy Kamal Haasan, okay. So what he did was, he strengthened his strength of becoming an entertainer. He became an entertainer of his own mass, so that he became what he is today. Take the example of some of the cricketers like Vivian Richards. Vivian Richards was his own character. He never was inspired with how Sunil Gavaskar is batting. Technically so sound batsman Sunil Gavaskar was, but Vivian Richards was very clear that I cannot be Sunil Gavaskar any point of time, but I can be a excellent Vivian Richards. So he focused on strengthening his strength of hitting all the balls without any respect. He wanted to destroy, demolish the bowlers. He would get out of the process, but that is his strength. The same the case with Brian Lara. Brian Lara never tried to copy Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar's strength is adaptability, but Brian Lara's strength is he wanted to be an entertainer. He wanted to demolish the bowlers, and probably he got out in the process many a times, but they never stopped him. He became what he became because he always strengthened his strengths. The people who always work on the weakness, they can never actually go very further. On the contrary, the people who actually strengthen the strengths always made it in life in a very big way. Even let us take a recent example where when Virendra Sehwag is trying to come back to the Indian team, There is an argument which is going on in the media that he must come in the middle order, okay, so that he can find a place in the Indian team. Probably yes, he is also trying that. He may be successful once or twice, but the fact of the matter is, playing in the middle order is not the strength of Virendra Sehwag. Virendra Sehwag can only make centuries in 40 balls, in 50 balls. That is the strength. If you ask him to make a century in 120 balls and make 100, is very difficult for him. That is his weakness. So more and more he is going to come in the middle order and play an innings of slow innings. This is not going to help him. So Virendra Sehwag, if you want to come back in the Indian team, you should actually try to be a opener instead of, and you must make a statement to the selectors that earlier he was making 50 ball hundreds, now he can make even 35 balls hundreds. That is the strength. By strengthening, that is easy for him to strengthen that rather than playing 100 ball 100 runs, where he can actually make 35 balls hundreds. So when you strengthen your strengths, it's easy. First of all, it's easy because that is your strength. Number two, you actually grow much larger because nobody can come closer to you. So you need to strengthen your strengths instead of focusing much on the weakness. You have to manage your weakness. That is very, very important. But you have to keep strengthening. If your strength is communication skills, keep improving your communication skills in such a way that you become the best in your organization. If your strength is customer service, do a customer service. It's the best in the industry. Okay, if you keep surpassing that expectation on a continuous basis, take it from me, you are going to achieve a much larger success compared to anybody else. People who strengthen the strengths will go from strength to strength. On the contrary, people who always working on the weaknesses will always work for somebody else and they always remain average. So look for strength and strength. This is the fourth factor. Okay, so we saw four factors as far as this is concerned. What is called as how to have an edge in life.